So you want to become a content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it. I'm a content creator slash influencer. I really prefer to be called a content creator because I don't think my page is really product based or selling based. You know what I mean? This is my page. Just to give you some stats on this matter, because I don't want to just talk out of my ass and be like, hey, this is why you should listen to me. No, this is my page. These are my stats. I do get views. I've gotten paid partnerships. So I know what I'm talking about. You probably clicked on this video because you want to become a content creator and you've listened to so many people rant about this is how you go viral and this is how you grow in 2025. And it's from people whose pages are the growth of, they grow from making videos on how to grow, if that makes any sense. But I'm an actual content creator. Not to say that they're not actual content creators, but like I'm a content creator whose niche is not teaching you how to grow. Okay. I've been doing content since 2019. I blew up in 2021. It's 2025. So I've had a good amount of years. If you see my videos, hello, I love you. But I want to give you guys my raw advice on how to be a content creator in 2025, specifically on TikTok. Instagram is a completely different story. I'm not getting into that because I'm still trying to crack the code. Okay, I've only had a few videos do well, but not really. Actually had a video do 145K on my new account. And that was with my skits. Anyways. Now, the question is, how do you want to show up? What kind of videos do you want to make? What do you want to be seen as? You don't really need to think so deeply about, becoming a brand unless it's like that's something you want to do. Then think intentionally in that way. I want to show up as a brand. Like I want to make a brand for myself. So, first and easiest step, what do you want to make? What videos inspire you to become a content creator? Who's your favorite content creators or influencers? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Who inspires me and what videos do I want to make? Now that you have those things, now you need to start making them. Whether it's beauty, cooking, acting, entertainment, gaming, tech. There's so many niches to go about. Now, niching down will make you grow the fastest. But I will admit it keeps you trapped in the same niche for a little bit. It's hard to break out of it when so many people know you for this specific thing. Like for me, I'm in skits. That's what I'm known for. I've been doing skits since 2021. That's how I blew up. So I've been using that strategy for 4 years now. Straying away from it will not serve me any good. But now I'm coming up with a new strategy, incorporating things. I'll talk to you about that, how to kind of branch out of your niche if you get tired of it or kind of just want to do multiple things while still growing at the same time. Next, once you figured out what kind of content and like what niche you want to be in, you need to start making the videos and you should start researching because it's 2025. There's a lot of videos now. In 2021, 2020, there was not a lot of this influencing and brand partnerships. So many different niches and sub niches are online now that you can look up and you will find thousands of people. So do your research, see what's doing well. Don't copy. We don't like copycats over here. Okay. Those type of people piss me off because it's like, you're not real. You're copying somebody else. You have no creativity. You're not authentic. You are a waste. In my opinion, your content is a waste of space because you're profiting off of somebody else's content that they worked very hard for. And it's just like, oh, let me copy it and do whatever. Don't do that. Okay. That's number one. Number two, so do your research, see who's out there, who's doing the same kinds of things that you want to do. See what's working. What do I mean by what's working? Captions, hooks, visuals. What are they talking about? How do they start the video? How do they end the video? What is the pacing of the video? What does their background look like? These are all things that are going to make your video spectacular. You don't want a video where there's poor lighting. Your background is insane like mine is right now. My background is like kind of insane. But you're listening because I'm really giving you the real shit right now. I'm giving you the tea. That's all you need to know. But visuals are very important. It's not that you have to have an aesthetic because I don't have an aesthetic. But you want to make sure that they're focusing on you. You're the prized possession. Okay? You need to show up authentically in a clean space and good lighting. You can use your phone, even your Mac, or your computer, your web camera, whatever it is. The first 3 seconds are the most important part of the video. You have to be interesting. What's in it for them? It's not about you. They don't know you. Even now for me, it's not about me necessarily. Even though I can kind of get away with it because I have a significant amount of followers, I still try to make it about them because it's still like, what am I giving to you? Why should you watch this video? What is it that I'm going to take away from this video? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter of the importance level, but are you giving something that's going to stay in my mind for the time being while I'm watching this video? Because our attention spans are disgusting. So when I scroll, it's going to be like, am I going to remember it or not? And value doesn't mean like facts and education and how to do this and you're an expert at this. It's more just like, it could be value in being entertained and making people laugh, or creating a vibe, or it could be education, but it doesn't have to be just education. It could be entertainment, aspiration, a story time, if you tell stories really well, that's value. Stories used to be currency, okay? And it still is. Movie theaters, like, storytelling is currency. So if you know how to tell a story well, that's value, especially like if the video is like what you're talking about is like kind of cool, whatever. So yeah, making sure that you're giving your viewer the value that they deserve if they're going to watch the entire video. So they should kind of anticipate what the video is going to be. So if you're telling a story about like the time that you went to Six Flags and it's kind of like a crazy story, what in the story are they getting from that? Are they going to be entertained? Are you giving a piece of advice that you're never going to do next time you go to Six Flags? You know what I'm saying? That's how you kind of want to treat the situation. Yeah, I'm giving you guys a lot of stuff. Like, nobody was telling me this. So yeah, value is extremely important. I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about going viral. This idea of going viral shouldn't be in your mind, especially since going viral is amazing. It's cool. I've gone viral and I know that feeling, that boost of dopamine. It's a rush. And it's an amazing feeling when millions, tens of millions of people are watching you and saying like, oh my God, this is such a good video, this, that, and third, or whatever. That type of traction is awesome, but it's 2025, and if you're trying to position yourself for brands, you don't need to go viral anymore. Your follower count doesn't need to be insane. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's definitely good to have good numbers to show that you have growth and you know how to reach the masses. But 2025, brands are not really looking at follower count. They're looking at quality of the video. Is your video giving value? Is your video able to sell to the masses? That's the point. You understand what I'm saying? The value is in how well can you craft a video so that this person can buy this thing, or this person can stay for the whole video and watch my entire video, so that way I can make money through the creator fund or gifts or whatever it is. That's the whole thing. It's not about fame or opportunities and, meeting famous people. Like, those things are cool and it comes with, being a content creator, but like, you really have to become a master at creating a good video. And of course, there's so many people who don't master it. Like, for instance, Katie Fang. This is not to shit on her or like, be like, she's not a good content creator, this and that or whatever. What she's doing is like the most basic thing to me. And that's I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying her style of pausing the video and then pressing it again to speak is it's the easiest way to edit a video while filming. Cause she doesn't really have to go in post production and be like, oh my God, I gotta edit this out or whatever. Like, she can if she doesn't want something in there, but like, she's already doing all her cuts. So, there's gonna be moments where you see people go viral for, the bare minimum, and it could be frustrating, especially when you put so much time and effort and work into your video and nobody sees it. I understand that feeling. I understand. But I think it's important to master it, know how to edit, know your angles, get comfortable in front of the camera. Just be in front of the camera, practice, talk to yourself. Those things are important, regardless of who's going viral for doing the bare minimum or just being pretty or lip syncing or, whatever, those things happen, cool. Don't pay attention to that. Like, you need to focus on you and your videos and what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, their success is not going to contribute to you. And that's something that I've learned so hard. I'm like, but how come if I do the same kind of format and same style of video, it's not blowing up? That's none of my business. I cannot replicate another person's success. And sometimes maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I'm not willing to take that chance. And that chance, I mean the time spent trying to be somebody else or just try to do something else that's just not gonna happen for me or may not happen for me. You know what I'm saying? That's my little spiel on that. So next, brand partnerships, sponsorships, paid partnerships, whatever you want to call it. Now, in the beginning, my first partnership was with Shein. It was free. I got a bunch of clothes for free. I worked with them multiple times. I definitely don't want to ever work with them again. If you're watching this, Shein, please do not hit me up. Anyways, now they owe me money. I'm just gonna keep it at that. So, how to position yourself to brands and paid partnerships. Now, this can get tricky in certain situations. For me, I make skits. So I'm kind of like into entertainment, acting, and there is money in that niche, 100%. I feel like there's money in every niche, but the biggest niche with the biggest amount of money is beauty and lifestyle. Why? Because there's so many products that can go into lifestyle and beauty. Actually, maybe gaming, to be honest. Gaming and finance too. Those are like the top 4 like biggest niches to get loads of money in. But I'm in skits, I'm in acting, I'm in entertainment, okay? There's no specific thing with me in what I would be making money in. Like, for instance, let's say I'm a beauty creator, right? And my whole thing is reviewing products, putting on makeup, doing get ready with me's, and just like, it's all things makeup. There's so many brands that I am going to run into. There's so many brands that I can position myself to be seen by them and get paid partnerships. Why? Because there's so many products in the beauty industry. There's foundation, there's concealer, blush, perfumes, hair products. There are so many products. In the acting world, think of something that I can, think of who can reach out to me to make money. That would be Warner Brothers. That would be Netflix, Hulu, HBO. It would be that kind of world, but it's difficult at the same time because it's just like, it's not enough. It's solely based on you and not the products and the things that you're putting on your face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, but hopefully you get it. In my niche, I feel like it's just a little bit more difficult to tap into because it's not physical things. There is physical things that you can bring into the niche, and that's going to kind of go into like the strategy. So for me, how I try to position myself for brands, I make skits with beauty products, or I make skits with things in general, and I'll tag the brand. Like, I just bought a pair of Heelys, I'm tagging them. Maybe there's a partnership there waiting for me. I'll make more content, have it do well, show them like, hey, I'm making skits with your Heelys. Hello. You see what I'm saying? That's how you position yourself, especially if you're in this niche. Position yourself with making skits with things. That's how you kind of dip into the beauty world. You dip into lifestyle. You dip into gaming. You dip into all these different types of niches that have a bunch of money to give. Okay? I can't believe I'm even saying this because it's like, that's like my strategy. I'm literally giving you my strategy, and I'm not sure if I want to even put this out because I feel like once you get that, you're gonna do it. And I feel like, yeah, you're gonna, you get it. So yeah, paid partnerships, you want to position yourself to brands. So that's tagging them, talking about them, buying their products, showing them, hey, like, I have your products. Like, I love your perfume. This is me reaching out to you, being like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I actually really love this though. This is, being fresh. This is Ashley Tisdale's brand. That smells really good. And then eventually brands will reach out to you and they will send you stuff. You make content with the stuff they send you. The first few times they reach out to you is probably going to be a free, like a gifting partnership. It's not going to be a paid partnership. Unless you're like doing insane numbers and there's no way that, like, if you're doing crazy numbers, they have to pay you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing crazy numbers, more times than not, they're going to reach out to you the first time, sending you free stuff. They want to see what you can do, okay? That's why it's important to master making videos, so that way you can It's important to master the video so that way your quality is through the roof and you're showing them, hey, I know how to make a video and I'm not going to embarrass you when you reach out to me for a pay partnership. Can you sell the masses a product? Or can you make a good video? That's really what it is. I made an apple crumble, like mini apple crumble protein. It was pretty bad. Anyways, so that's how you position yourself for brands. Once you actually do get a paid partnership, make sure that you're reading all the terms and conditions. Make sure you're reading how much they're paying you. Read if they are able to negotiate, meaning you can go higher. Read the exclusivity. Read the, just read the fine print. Just read all of it. Read all of it. Next, equipment. I have a camera. This camera was, I think, $400 or $500. This is the Lumix G7 and it works really good. I want to get a new lens for it. I want to get like a wide lens. And then I have this camera that I just got. My boyfriend gifted to me. And I have my phone. I also have another phone that's like not in service and I just use the camera. I have these mics. Well, not for a long time. What else? I have like multiple tripods. I have this really cool light. I'm going to show you. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see. And then I have a ring light and then I have a soft box. If you can see it like right there. That's a soft box. It's actually my boyfriend's, but I use it as well. Yeah, I have like tons of tripods and I mean, you guys already know it's 2025. You should know what equipment to buy or to have. Honestly, if you just have a phone, just make sure if you're recording and you don't have lights and you don't have a tripod, make sure you prop it up onto a good enough area to give you some height, but don't cut yourself off. Make sure you're like, you see how there's space in between here? You're not all the way at the top like this, and you're not all the way at the bottom like this. You want to be like kind of center, to be honest. And have good lighting, natural lighting if you don't have equipment. Okay? These, I think, are going to be my closing thoughts before my camera dies. And I know you're going to get very mad when I say this because everybody says this. You'll understand when you start doing content because you have to understand everybody is so unique. Everybody is so different and has a different perspective. And the point of people saying be yourself is to say that your story can be life-changing for someone and for the masses. Your story can be a different perspective that people would have never thought of if you hadn't made that video. So being yourself is not just an expression of just like, be yourself and everything's gonna be okay and be authentic and show up as you and because you're special. It's more of just like, nobody has your perspective. Nobody has your eyes. Nobody has your features. Nobody sees what you see. Nobody thinks what you think. And the moment that you are able to put that on screen in a really quality way, that's when you've got the viral ticket. You really show up as yourself. That's what it means to be yourself. Because I do get pissed off when people say be yourself. You know those videos in what is it called? The Style Gallery. I'll put it up on the screen. At the end of these videos, a lot of them are saying, just be yourself, be yourself. And it's like, yes, cool, whatever. Can you expand that? Can you tell me what you mean by be yourself? And I'm here to tell you, it means that you are different from everybody else and nobody has your mind. Nobody has your thoughts. And if you can portray that in a way that makes sense to other people and show that different perspective, that's how you show up as yourself. Tired of hearing that, man. And I know you are too, because it's like nobody explains what that means and not in a way that's like gonna help. You know, for me, like I'm not someone who knows exactly who I am right now. I'm 23. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still finding out what I like about myself, what I don't like, things I need to fix, things that I want to be a part of, things that I want to do, travel to, hobbies, books, and things that I want to learn that's going to make me a whole person. But I think you've got to realize the person you are now is going to be unique from you, from yesterday, from the day before. I just want to give you a different perspective and not in a perfect way. You know, I don't have any notes. This is all coming off the dome right now, but I just wanted to give you that information because I feel like maybe one of you can use it. And that's another thing. When you have those urges to create something, act on it because that's when you create the best kind of content. And the best content doesn't mean going viral. The best content means authentic content. things that really inspire you. It's like, oh my God, I can see that. I want to do this. I'm going to write down a shot list. I want to do this, that, and third, whatever. Acting on that urge in the moment is going to be your best friend, especially if you're a spontaneous person and you're not really someone who's like, I'm going to stick to the script. That's going to be your best friend. You're going to have those urges, especially if you're a creative person, you're going to have urges to just get up and do and make videos. Do it in that moment, and trust me, you will not regret it. Okay, that was a lot of talking. If you guys want to see this video in a little bit more of a clearer and more organized way, and you want me to go into detail on how to make videos and how to grow your account in 2025, let me know. Not Instagram, TikTok, because me and Instagram, we're still figuring stuff out. That's the end of this video. I wanted to give you guys that piece of advice. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.